Once upon a time in the world of Minecraft, there was a small family living in a place called Airibor. This family owned an isolated house away from the village, and their only son, Griffin, was intelligent and fond of adventure and exploration. One day, while collecting wood in the forest, Griffin was attacked by a giant spider. As the spider approached, Griffin raised his hands in fear, and a powerful fire emerged, destroying the spider. Amazed by what happened, Griffin decided to keep it a secret, fearing the reaction of his family and friends. Over time, he noticed that the fire appeared whenever he was in danger, but he couldn't control it. It would burn everything around him. One night, while sleeping in his bed, Griffin had a terrifying nightmare. The fire suddenly emerged and burned down the house. He heard the screams of his parents, rushed to them, and found the room engulfed in flames. The fire had injured his parents. Feeling intense sadness, Griffin decided to leave home to avoid hurting anyone again. While walking alone, a frightening monster appeared before him. Griffin unleashed the fire, but it had no effect on the monster. Suddenly, a stranger appeared and defeated the monster, then threw a book on the ground and disappeared. Griffin picked up the book and continued his journey through the trees. As night fell, he opened the book and found some strange instructions. In the morning, he took the book and began following the instructions. Suddenly, a strange sound echoed in the sky, and a giant dragon lifted him into the air, transporting him to a strange world and throwing him into a peculiar palace. Upon waking up, Griffin found the person who gave him the book. He introduced himself as Amber Hard, the headmaster of Stormhold School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. It was a school that gathered students with magical abilities and taught them to control their powers. Griffin made friends and over time grew to love the school. He attended various classes, learning more about his powers and how to control them. In one class, Professor Cedric taught them how to manifest creatures representing their personalities. Students showcased their creatures, powerful and giant. When it was Griffin's turn, he tried to manifest his creature, but an explosion occurred, and no creature appeared. Saddened because all his friends could manifest creatures, a few days later, the school held a competition where students summoned their creatures to fight. Griffin's name was added to the list without his knowledge. Shortly before the battle began, Griffin approached the headmaster, expressing his reluctance to participate. However, Professor Amberhard informed him that he couldn't withdraw, or a curse would befall the school. In the arena, terrified of what would happen, Griffin participated in the battle. Each student manifested their creature, and suddenly, the person who added Griffin's name encouraged his creature to defeat Griffin. A strange light emitted from Griffin, and a giant phoenix appeared, scaring off the other creatures. Witnessing this, Professor Amberhard halted the battle and took Griffin to his office. He asked Griffin to leave the school because he posed a significant danger. Amber gave him a map and instructed him to follow it to reach a specific location. Griffin took the map and forged his way through the forest. As time passed, he noticed someone monitoring him and decided to hide. He was perplexed by the reason Amberhard asked him to leave the school and why those people were pursuing him. Meanwhile, some individuals intercepted him and engaged in a fierce battle. Although Griffin managed to defeat them, one of them betrayed him from behind, causing him to lose consciousness. When he woke up, he found himself in a cave, facing a giant gate. The people who abducted him approached, bringing him closer to the gate. Then, a strange hand emerged, consuming Griffin's energy. A person appeared and attacked the hand, eliminating the individuals who had imprisoned Griffin. He informed Griffin that he was Storon, the person Amberheart sent him to. He also told him that Griffin belongs to a rare species of magicians that can conjure blue flames, and he was the only living one with that ability. Griffin stayed with the old man, teaching him how to summon the blue flames and instructing him in combat and utilizing his powers. As days passed, Storon informed Griffin that the person he saw inside the cave gate was named Lucius Darkward. He was a former student at Stormhold Academy who learned dark magic and sought to destroy the world. Amberheart imprisoned him in the gate, making him weak after creating it. After completing his training, Griffin returned to Stormhold Academy and found many fires and numerous casualties. He rushed to Professor Amber's office and found him lying on the ground, weakened. Amberheart told him that Lucius had escaped due to the energy he drew from him, and the only way to overcome his dark magic was by using the blue flames. Griffin went to face Lucius, and a fierce battle ensued. Lucius was highly skilled in dark magic, making Griffin seem powerless. As the fight intensified, the legendary creature appeared, aiding Griffin in defeating Lucius. However, Lucius suddenly disappeared and didn't reappear. With Professor Amber's help, Griffin assisted in rebuilding Stormhold Academy. Afterward, Griffin went to a distant place to his studies, learning more about his powers to prepare for Lucius's return. Thank you for joining me on this magical journey through the tale of Griffin, a young wizard with a unique power. From the quaint village of Airibor to the enchanting halls of Stormhold Academy, Griffin's story unfolds with mystery, adventure, and the discovery of his extraordinary abilities. As we conclude this chapter, remember that every twist and turn in our own lives is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. If you enjoyed this story, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more magical adventures. Until next time, may your own journey be filled with wonder and courage. Stay enchanted.